Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing this morning? I hope you all are having a fantastic morning. If this is your first time here, then hi. My name is Carrington. If that's your first time here, then hi. Welcome back. If you enjoy all things makeup, testing out new makeup, unboxings, trend mood boxes, talking about books, talking about true crimes, doing some other fun hauls such as Loungefly, tumblers, all things makeup related, then definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads, and let's go ahead and let's just dive on into today's video. Okay, I feel like my Under Armour green jacket is very fitting for today's video because I have the Urban Decay Wild Greens collection. This is probably the first time in a very, very long time that I have been excited about an Urban Decay release. What I mean by that is just like, it's just usually just so very neutral and boring, or like they did like the purple palette, what is it called? The Ultraviolet. I didn't feel like that was an exceptionally great palette. They then did the Cyber, which is supposed to have like duochromes and stuff in it. And I feel like for the price that you pay, it isn't as great. And I'm probably a little bit more spoiled with like indie brands who kill it. Like, I mean, smash, kill, slay, nay, the whole entire like duochrome game. So when you have such amazing duochromes like that, and then Urban Decay comes out with that, I mean, it's not bad. It's not like, oh, this is the worst palette I've ever tried. It's just like, it's not as good as my indie, you know? So this was the first collection that I was super excited about because it's greens and I love greens. So in this collection, you get the Wild Green Eyeshadow Palette. This is 12 wildly pigmented shades from earthy neutrals to lush wild greens. You're wild by nature. Get your daily dose of neutrals and greens with the Wild Greens Eyeshadow Palette. Our untamed take on color inspired by California wellness. This is a vegan formula, no animal derived ingredients. All right, so then this is my first time like opening this. So, okay, first of all, packaging, again, cute. I like how nice and sleek it is. And then I love the way this opens. Like, that is that's cute, right? Like, all right, doesn't come with a mirror. And here is the inside of the palette. Okay. So you basically only get two green mattes. One is a very light green, one is like a medium green, and then you definitely get a lot of neutrals, and then you get about 3 greenish shimmer shades. So down here is about, from here to here is about where your greens are, and the rest of this is probably going to be your neutrals. Okay. I'm slightly disappointed in that. When I hear the name Wild Greens, I'm not thinking of only having 2 green mattes and 3 green shimmers. I'm thinking of having like a ton of greens and maybe like a couple neutrals here and there, but not overly excited. I don't know, not as excited. It could be great quality and maybe that'll get me even more jazzed, but yeah, I'm a little bit sad. Okay, so then we have the Urban Decay Vegan Formula Wild Lash Vegan Plant Powered Volumizing Mascara. This is 99% naturally derived formula. Ingredient is considered naturally derived. It is unchanged from its natural state or has undergone processing, yet still remains greater than 50% of its molecular structure from its original plant or mineral source. It's good for your lashes. Made with ingredients from sources such as coconut, sunflower, avocado, cassava, colza minerals, and grains. Okay. I don't know how I feel about coconut in my mascara. I mean, it's not really going on my face, so I don't think it would break me out. But again, tube packaging, very cute. Then that was kind of hard to open. Open it up. It's kind of like a little bit of a bent wand. Very interesting. Okay. All right, so we definitely have a lot to play around with. So if you are excited to see what I think of this palette, what look we come up with, then definitely keep on watching. So let's start off with some swatches of the 12 shades in the palette. So we first have the shade Chill, Lo-Fi, Kickback, Fuzz, Turmeric, High Vibe, moving on to the next row, Earthside, Super Greens, Prickly, I don't know if you can see this one super well, Twist, Kale, and last one is Stash. So here are all of the swatches. The swatches were okay. They were kind of light. I didn't really see where this was like super pigmented, and I really did like dig my finger in to really coat like my finger before swatching. So I didn't really necessarily see where like this was like ultimately like ultra pigmented or anything, but let's go ahead and let's dive on into a look. We're gonna go ahead and start off. We're a little bit zoomed in. I want to make this as green as humanly possible. So let's go ahead and let's start off with the shade right here called Super Greens. I'm gonna take that on a brush. Definitely has some kick up, but really does coat the brush nicely. So I'm hoping that this will also, oh yeah, hey, it's got some pigment. Not the most pigmented shade, but definitely there. Gonna bring that up into my transition and crease area. May have to layer this a little bit to get the kind of pigmentation that I'm going for. Again, some kick up, but does coat the brush nicely. Next, we're going to go into the shade right here called Kale. Again, this one has a considerably more fallout in the pan than the other one, but coats the brush nicely. And we're going to focus that lower into the crease area. And of course, because my eyes are hooded, I do have to bring it up slightly so you can at least somewhat see it. But we won't go as high up as the transition shade. Here's the part that I want to do something a little bit different, and I don't know how well this is going to go. But I'm going to take the shade Stash. This is technically like a shimmer shade. But I'm going to start that on my outer corner because, again, I just want this really green. I don't have to bring in neutrals. It will definitely take some working of the brush because, again, this is a more of a shimmery shade. It's not like a matte. So it's just going to take some time to just work it out. But I will say it is working out nicely. Okay. Not bad. Next on my finger, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Prickly. We're going to focus that with the finger kind of in the center. Okay. Center to outer portion of my, why do I feel like this is not really showing up? It's because it's not. Okay. My finger is literally like so coated. Like, I don't understand why this is not showing up. Okay. Like it keeps adding on like as you layer it up, but I did not want to have to work that hard for it. Okay, then we're gonna go into the next shimmer shade, which is next to that, which is Twist. And okay. Okay, well, this is what we have so far after building. So I'm going to go to the rest of my face off of camera, do the other eye, come back so we can do the lower lash line, and then we will try out the mascara. Okay, so we are back. Let's go ahead, let's do the lower lash line. I'm first just going to go ahead and just dive on into that Kale shade on a brush. I don't really feel like the other shade does a whole lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and start going under my eyes. All right, then I'm just going to dive on into that shade Stash right here for the outer corner portion of my eye. All right, so then for the inner corner, we're going to go into the shade Chill, which is the lightest shimmer shade in this palette. And we'll just focus that here on the inner corners. All right, so now we're going to dive on into this mascara. I'm so excited to try this. So here are 2 coats of mascara on this eye. I will say it does keep my lashes really nice and separated. It doesn't make them super clumpy or anything, which, you know, I do like that it makes them nice and long and separated, but I do prefer just a little bit more volume. All right, let's just try to finish off this eye. All right, so here's the completed look. Let me know what you think now that everything is applied. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I definitely have some thoughts on this collection, so let's dive on into those. So first things first, let's start off with this palette. Packaging, cute. I love the way this opens. It is, I don't know why I love this as much as I do, but I 100% do. I love like the artwork on the packaging. I love everything about that. I wanted to love this palette. Like, this was the first Urban Decay release I have been excited for since the Honey palette. That's how long it's been since I have been excited about something that Urban Decay has done. But I'm very disappointed in this palette. I am so disappointed in this palette. First things first, let's just talk about it. You only get 2 light matte shades. Here's the thing, I'm not upset that there are neutrals in it. I think the neutrals in it could be very beneficial. But this is supposed to be a wild greens palette, not a neutral with a pop of green. I'm just really disappointed in that. I would have loved had there been more greens. I don't really think we needed, like, you know, we have Earthside, so I don't think we really needed Lo-Fi, and we have this, so I don't think we really needed this. And we really could have gotten rid of one of the more neutral shimmers and added more greens. Next of all, these shades right here, Prickly and Twist, on the fingers, they look great and nice and pigmented, but on the eye, just like, it just kind of just like disappears, and I had to build and build and build. Like, I had to be Bob the Builder and, like, you know, build stuff up. That's what I had to do, and I don't want to have to do that with my shimmers. I shouldn't have to do that with my shimmers. I will say the shade Stash, you know, it was nice for an outer corner, you know, not revolutionary. I think having a really deep green matte like this could have been really nice to add to the palette. I'm just overall really disappointed. These are very light shades that need to be built up. Wow, that need to be built up. And here's the thing, I'm okay with that, but on this packaging, this one right here, this says wildly pigmented shades. Wildly pigmented. And here's the part where I'm just like, what of this is wildly pigmented? What if this is wildly pigmented? I was just hoping for a whole lot more, and I was just so disappointed by this. Like, absolutely disappointed. I wanted to love this. And the way they looked in like the promo photos and things like that, which I know it's like those are photos to try to get you to buy the product, and that sucked me in. It did. But I was disappointed. I would say if you are looking more for a neutral palette that has a little pops of green here and there, this is it. If you're looking for something that has all of those greens and is going to satisfy your green cravings, this isn't it. There are so many good ones out there. The Glam Light Dirty Martini, fantastic. Give Me Glow, Juicy Olive, Thought I saw something. Maybe I did. Who knows? Probably a ghost. Glam Light or Give Me Glow Juicy Olive. Fantastic. Give Me Glow Singles where they have greens. Fantastic. There's so many really good green palettes out there that this is just super subpar. And it's kind of pricey. It's like $44 for this. $44 for 12 shades. All right, that's about the equivalent of almost like $4 per shade. It's a little less than $4 per shade. Just isn't great. It's just, I'm just disappointed. That's all I'm going to say is I am personally thoroughly just disappointed. And before anyone says, well, you didn't apply a primer, I have an eye primer on, and then I have a glitter glue, a shimmer base on underneath the shimmers. So they didn't give it to me. I'm just really disappointed in that. In terms of this mascara, I think this is a really decent mascara. It's probably not going to be my personal favorite, or I would have to combine it with like my Maybelline The Falsies. This does a great job keeping my lashes separated and giving them length. I will give it that. It does keep it really nice, separated, and gives length. This did say that you were supposed to get 10.7 times more volume plus a lift. I definitely see the lift. The length, the lift, I got, yeah, 100%. I didn't see any volume. And that's okay. Like, I don't mind combining mascaras. I just don't like it whenever they claim, like, this is volumizing and it's more lengthening and separating than it is volumizing. So, although this isn't like a favorite mascara, I'll definitely continue to use it, and I will pair it with one that is a little bit more volumizing, such as like the Falsies Lash Lift Effect. Where is that? Which is in my Shop My Stash. I already have really nice lush lashes. I have very sparse lashes, but if you have lush lashes and you just want something that will really give it a nice lift, make them really dark, and keep them nice and separated, you will love this. I just want something with a little bit more volume, but I do like the effects that it gives, and I do like being able to combine. So I would say I wasn't like upset that I purchased this. I think this was a great purchase. It's just the palettes. It's not a great purchase. Yeah, that was disappointing. All right, well, that is it for today's video. Thanks for coming, hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of this palette down below. Are you going to pick this up? Are you not? Let me know all the things. But that is it for today's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!